What do you want?
I want you. It's showtime.
And hello, movie lovers. And like I said, today I'm going to be diving into Scream 2. So when it comes down to horror sequels, they tend to be a dime, right? A dozen, and a result, and regarded to this day is 1997's Scream 2. Against all odds, a very rushed schedule, numerous rewrites, and managed to be way better than anyone expected. So in honor of the 25th anniversary that happened last week, I decided to go ahead and give you guys some facts about Scream 2. Matter of fact, I remember going into the theater to see the second Scream movie, and I also got a chance to see the first one in the theater as a kid. My mom went on ahead and brought me to see Scream 2 as well. And, I really enjoyed the first two films. As far as the rest of them go, I think the second one's actually one of my favorite ones. But anyways, first thing is first, principal photography for Scream 2 began a mere 6 months after Scream was released. It even managed to debut just shy of a year from the first one's released as well. There was one scene in Kevin Williamson's script in which he just wrote, "Wes Craven will make it scary," at the stage direction. Before settling on the simple but direct little title of Scream 2, other titles like Scream Again, Scream Louder, and Scream the Sequel were considered. I think that Scream 2 is actually a better title than all those. So I'm glad they actually chose that. Denise Richards was actually offered one of the sorority sisters roles, but had to decline due to scheduling conflicts with Starship Troopers. For the role of Derek, Wes Craven had actors perform the iconic "I Think I Love You" scene for their auditions, and Jerry O'Connell won the role that way. And I think that Jerry O'Connell does a very good job of playing the very concerned boyfriend, trying to be there for Cindy, and also, too, he plays it off where you're not sure if he's actually the killer or not, and then set it up in different ways to where you make it believe that he's actually the killer. And then when you find out the whole entire plot point with the twist at the end of it, it's very shocking. But I think that the "I Think I Love You" scene is perfect. Even though some people might think that it's actually kind of corny, I actually find it very funny because of the fact that you actually do need some little bit of laughter within this darkness itself. And for one split second, Cindy can actually feel like that she's actually happy and knowing that she has somebody that loves her. So I definitely like the fact that Jerry O'Connell played her boyfriend of Derek. So the scenes of the movie within the movie Stab, which featured Heather Graham and Luke Wilson, were directed by Robert Rodriguez. Cindy is portrayed by Tori Spelling in Stab, which was a meta reference to her character mentioning that Tori Spelling would play her in the first movie. All during the production, Neve Campbell was also shooting episodes of Party of Five. This would often result in her doing night shoots for Scream 2 and then immediately going from there to filming Party of Five all day without any sleep. Wow, that is full dedication for that. In the opening scene at the movie theater, the usher who hands Omar Epps and Jada Pinkett Smith their mask was played by Paulette Patterson, who had won the small role VIA contest on MTV. She would go on to have several small background parts in other films and TV shows, including an episode of True Blood. And True Blood is actually one of my other favorite TV shows that I used to watch. But as far as the opening sequence, whenever you look at the Jada Pinkett Smith and Omar kill scenes, those were the most graphic to me because of the fact that when Jada goes up to the stage and she's actually been stabbed multiple times during this whole thing that's happening while the movie Stab is being played, the audiences are actually thinking that this is actually part of the act, part of what the movie theater is actually doing. And then when on where the movie is being played at is the most horrifying thing that you can actually look at when you're looking at that. And then when Omar Epps dies, to be honest with you, I like the effect, but at the same time, it's also kind of corny because he ends up sticking his ear to the bathroom stall, and then you're wondering, you have to actually have some disbelief whenever you can think that a blade can actually stick through the bathroom stall like that. But still, for shock value, it actually worked for that time period, but I definitely liked it at the time. During shooting, the cast had no idea who the killer was. None of them were given the final 10 pages of the script until it came to the final filming. And even then, it was printed on gray paper to discourage being copied, and everyone had to sign a confidentiality agreement. which I think is actually smart to do it that way because of the fact that you have so many people, you know, wondering who who is the killer and stuff like that, and also too with leaks being leaked out at that time. Even though leaks is not as current as it is now because of the internet, because of social media and everything else. Back then, you could probably sell a script and get some money off of it, depending on how it went. But the thing that I have to say I like the fact that they kept on switching it out is because of the fact that whenever the actress winds up finding out who the killer is that much more of a shock value whenever it's actually being filmed. So that's something I really do appreciate that they did. The university in which the film is set was shot at Agnes Scott College in Decorah, Georgia. Due to its rush production and the need for rewrites, after the script leaked, several scenes were being rewritten on the same day that they were being shot. Wow, that's something that I didn't see coming at all. Despite being killed in the first film, Matthew Lillard had a cameo as a background extra during one of the college party scenes. And that's actually pretty cool. Wes Craven personally chose David Warner to play Sydney's drama professor because he was such a fan of Warner's performance in The Omen. Warner had also come very close to playing Freddy Krueger in the original Nightmare on Elm Street. The Omega Beta Zeta sorority house was shot at the Crank House in Altamira, California. The very same house was used as Mrs. Trenchell's house in Matilda, as well as appearing in the Hocus Pocus and Catch Me If You Can film. And the character of Police Chief Hartley was played by Louis Arquette, the real life father of Dewey himself, David Arquette. So, Louis Arquette. Sorry about that if I butchered the name at first. Roger Jackson was kept on set during shooting, albeit always hidden somewhere, so that when the actors were talking to Ghostface on the phone, they were actually talking to Jackson doing his iconic voice. For the first part, it had the intended effect and freaked everyone out. With the exception of Sarah Michelle Gellar, reportedly she was casually conversed with Jackson in between takes on the phone. Wes Craven had to resubmit the film 8 times with different edits to the MPA just to get the R rating. So that's everything that you need to know about Scream 2. I hope that you guys enjoyed these little facts because I love doing them with you guys. Don't forget to smash that like button. Don't forget to comment below. If you love Scream, if you love this franchise, go on ahead, smash that like button. Tell me what you guys think. And always until next time, bye-bye.